Hello, everyone. This is the most intelligent and magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it again with another character review. And this time, it's going to be on Gold Mythic Duck. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. To be honest, I wish I could tell y'all that I was doing good, that I was doing better, but to be honest, I'm pissed off and I'm staying safe for the most part. And you know what? I gotta get this off my chest before we actually start the character review, so I will definitely put a timestamp. That way you can skip to the character review portion of the video. You know what? UPS, shit, what are y'all doing? Now, for those that are wondering why I'm throwing shade at UPS, allow me to explain. So for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been talking about the game, The Quarry, up and down. For the last 2-3 weeks, I've been talking about how excited I've been about it. And Friday comes around when it comes out. And Saturday, the next day, which is today, so I'll go to my local Walmart both Friday and Saturday. I checked both days to see if the Quarry has came in, and of course, UPS hasn't even delivered the game to them. And it's pissing me off. Who knows when I'm going to get to play it. I have legitimately been excited for the Quarry. It's probably going to be the only game this year that I'm legitimately excited for. And I haven't even played it. By the time you guys get this, it's going to be Sunday. And I don't know what the hell UPS is doing. Do they have their fingers where the sun don't shine? I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, please, if any of you happen to have played The Quarry, please do not put spoilers down in the comments, because, giving you a fair warning, I will ban you. Now, if you happen to play it, if you want to tell me that you enjoyed it, that's fine. But just don't go into full-blown spoilers, because that will get you banned. Just giving you a fair warning there. And alright, you know what? Let's actually jump into the character review before I get more pissed off just thinking about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the character review, shall we? Duck, Telltale Season 1. His trait is alert. His role is support. And his allegiance is obviously a member of the Telltale Season 1. Sorry about that. Okay. His attack stat is 20,228. His defense is 12,642, and his HP is 17,700. Now let's take a look at his adrenaline rush. Child's Play, and that's a reference to most of the Chucky movies, I think. Not every single one of them, but you have Child's Play 1, 2, 3. Then there was a Child's Play remake a couple of years back. I'm not the biggest Chucky fan, but I actually quite enjoyed that remake a couple of years ago. You know, someone I was with wanted to see it, and I ended up watching it, and it wasn't bad at all. For someone not being a Chucky fan, the remake of Child's Play was pretty good. I was surprised. Anyway, the recharge rate is 66 AP, pretty reasonably fast, you know, the standard for most gold mythics. Make 2 attacks of 300% damage, 600% total against 2 enemies each. Up to 2 enemies get minus 50% defense for 2 turns. You know, I don't feel like I need to really go in a whole lot on this Adrenaline Rush, especially for those that have watched my Rating With Me videos. I use him a lot, and obviously, you know, with the weapon and stuff that he has, you potentially could be hitting 3-4 times. That has to do, you know, go into his weapon, but we'll get more into his weapon when we get there. A pretty good Adrenaline Rush. Obviously, it's not as hard hitting as Kenny's, but it does a pretty decent amount of damage. And plus, there's another part of his kit that, you know, if you get 3 and 4 hits off, you know, those enemies can permanently stay down, for sure. A very good Adrenaline Rush, for sure. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. It's near the best, for sure. Now, let's take a look at his signature move, Anti-Villain Tactics. The initial cooldown is turn 1, number of cooldowns 1 turn, number of uses unlimited. Remove 50% of the target's current bonus HP. Attack that enemy 3 times for 150% damage, 450% total. Now, you know what? Mostly, as you guys have watched my Rating With Me videos, this is a pretty good signature move. And depending on if you can get the crit off on Duck, you can get this signature move to go off 4 times. I think the most I've done is 4 times. Have I ever hit off 5 times? It'll be between 3 and 4, I think, most of all. You can get it to hit off 4 if you can get that crit rolling. The first part of the signature move, I haven't really paid attention to it, so I'm sure it does what it says it does. But that second part of that signature move is definitely where it's at. And that can cripple a team potentially, for sure. So, pretty good signature move. Very good Adrenaline Rush. Now, let's take a look at Duck's Mythic abilities. Cunning. When attacking or being attacked, 30% chance less likely to trigger enemy weapon effects and walker effects. Yep, I know this works if you level it up all the way. Not really that much to go into it. I would highly recommend going ahead and leveling up Cunning all the way, because it does what it's supposed to do if you level it up all the way. Pretty good mythic ability. Comic book knowledge. This character gets 40% trait damage against tough and strong teammates. Now, this is really good. I definitely recommend leveling up comic book knowledge, especially if you're going up against those angel teams. I mean, you know, we're obviously not talking about Peacekeeper here, but, you know, we know how broken Peacekeeper is, but this mythic ability is really great against Angel. It can definitely, stop her in her tracks for sure. So I definitely recommend leveling up comic book knowledge for sure. It's a pretty good one. It's very worth it to put the resources into. Sharp eyes. When attacking an enemy with camouflage, this character gets 120% attack. On my duck, I left sharp eyes alone, but as I'm facing more teams with camouflage, such as Jaya-Thing and who else? Jaya-Thing, I know, is a constant toon I'm coming up against, so recently I have decided to level that up, and I've noticed a little bit of a difference. So sharp eyes, I would think about it. I would say I would recommend it, but I would recommend the comic book knowledge even more. So that's where I stand on sharp eyes. Hero's tail. At the start of each turn, 100% chance all Telltale Season 1 teammates recover from bleed. Now, I don't have this one leveled up at all, only because I don't have a Telltale team. If I was to have a Telltale team, I probably would go ahead and level this one up. So yeah, I would say I would go ahead and level this one up if you have a Telltale team, or if you're planning on building one. I'm not sure whether or not I'll touch a Hero's Tail. I'm not really sure at the moment, because I don't really have a whole lot of Telltale toons other than all copies of Duck and one copy of Clem. So who knows? Things can definitely change in the future. So, Hero's Tail, Sharp Eyes, Comic Book Knowledge, and Cunning are good ones to level up if you think they're going to be all very useful for you for sure. Now, let's get to his specialist skill. Hid Hunter. If this character performs a critical hit on a target, the target gets crosshairs for 3 turns. Obviously, you guys know how this works. Duck is pretty much the equivalent of the alert version of Lydia. I don't know how many people will agree with me on this, but I like Duck a little bit more than Lydia. I know that sounds crazy, and Lydia is still nuts. She absolutely is. I just think Duck is that little bit better. And it has to do with stuff that's on his weapon that we're going to get to right now. Let's look at his weapon. Duck's Savage P90. 35% attack. A huge bonus to AP when attacking. Double attack when making... See, I can't even talk. When attacking, 50% chance to make a second attack for 100% damage. Attack up. Give 20% attack to this character and all adjacent teammates. This weapon is pretty much perfect. I don't think I would change a thing on this personally. I would go for 50% attack. I think I've showed you guys my duck. My duck has 50% attack. I didn't even change the huge bonus to AP. I mean, I guess you technically could swap out the huge bonus to AP for maybe crit if you really wanted to. But, I don't know, I think the best possible way is to try to get 50% attack. I truly think that's the best way to go. But you could, I guess if you really wanted to, swap out the AP for crit and go for crit and attack. But I don't think that will be necessary, because Duck is hard-hitting enough where... I mean, he's not going to be hitting as hard as Kenny, but if you don't have Kenny, Duck will be a fine replacement for sure. So yeah, there's not much else to say on that weapon. And father like son, I guess, kinda. You know, for those that have played the games, we know that Duck gets he meets a unfortunate, tragic ending. So, I mean, some people might think he's annoying, which, I mean, that to be fair, you know, I could somewhat agree with you. But as far as this character, I really do like this character in game. Yeah, sorry about that. War is happening. And yeah, I wanted to go ahead and knock out all of these Telltale character reviews because the newest Allegiance is coming up pretty soon. Is it the Outriders? No. The Outlanders Allegiance. The Outlanders Allegiance. And I potentially want to get some character reviews ready for that Allegiance. Let me know, would you guys want to see me do character reviews on the Outlanders Allegiance as they become available to the public? Let me know, because I'm seriously thinking about it. And honestly, I like Duck's look a lot. I mean, whoever thought he would be a character in the game, I know I didn't. And yeah, I guess father like son, sort of. But we know how Duck was in the game. You know, and he met a sad, unfortunate, tragic ending. But it's that messed up world that caused that, you know. And yeah, he's a great hard-hitting tune for sure. And I don't have much else left to say, so that is going to do it for this one. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or, if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.